Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news has been unfolding for hours this afternoon in Harper Woods, a SWAT situation at a home with dozens of officers responding.
This is happening on Woodside Street between Kelly and Beaconsfield. That's not too far from I-94 and Morass.
And Sky 4 was in the air as it all unfolded.
Let's get to our Rod Maloney. He's there on the ground with more. Rod.
Harper Woods police spent much of the afternoon outside this house on Woodside. 2 people injured, taken away in an ambulance. Uncertain right now whether anyone was shot, but the situation turned violent enough for initial officers responding to call in the special response team, where negotiations started with a young man to give himself up. They were talking through the windows. Neighbor Carl Williams told us what he saw from a very good distance down the street.
We were talking, and we heard 2 shots. 2 loud pops, and we both looked down there at the same time. We seen, like I said, the gentleman running from the side of the house. The gentleman that they put in custody, I guess that's who it was. He was the same shirt.
Harper Woods Police Chief Jason Hammerly told us it's more likely that Carl heard the SR team's assault on the house that happened after negotiations bogged down.
What they probably heard was the flashbangs when the SWAT team made entry. That's a loud grenade-type noise that they likely heard, and I do recall hearing 2 of those go off.
When the officers did storm the home, they brought in the negotiator with them, and they talked the young man, aged 19, into giving up. It took 15 minutes, but they did end up getting him into custody safely. No officers or the young man hurt.
It's a message sent, that you got to watch it. You don't never know what's going to happen.
Still a lot of questions answered. How many shots fired? Who was actually hurt? How bad were the injuries? We don't have answers to any of these questions. Certainly, we're going to have an update on this. We'll certainly get that as soon as the Harper Woods Police Department is able to provide the information. Reporting live in Harper Woods, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
We'll update that story as we can. All right, Rod. Now let's get to several new developments in that random shooting spree that left 3 people dead over the weekend.
Detroit police now confirmed one of the victims was just 16 years old, and that comes as we're learning chilling new information about the 19-year-old accused of pulling the trigger. So let's get out to Sean Lay. And Sean, you're getting a lot of new insight from your sources.
Absolutely, and a key question everyone's asking, what would motivate a young man, 19 years old, to walk down a sidewalk and start randomly shooting people he's never even spoken to, never met in his life tonight? Sources are telling us that his family is telling investigators that he was hallucinating before this awful shooting incident. His name is Devontae Smith, and he allegedly believed his own family members were out to kill him in some sort of mental crisis situation. 19-year-old Dante Smith, the accused active shooter, now charged with multiple counts of murder for a Sunday morning reign of terror on Detroit's west side. Investigators say Smith allegedly picked victims at random, shooting and killing Shane Lee. A 16-year-old girl was gunned down. Police have not released her name. Laurie Briscoe was waiting for a bus to go to work when she was gunned down. And John Pallick and his dog Kingston were shot. They survived. Detroit Police Chief James White saying there was an element of a mental health crisis involved in the shooting tonight. We know much more. Sources telling us that family members of Smith telling police that Smith was hallucinating prior to the incident, and he believed family members were trying to kill him, also believing the world was coming to an end.
First thing I thought that there was a thought disorder. There was some psychosis and hallucination. The line of work I'm in, I know a person who is not suffering from a mental health crisis is not going to go around and just randomly shoot people.
Dr. Rose Moten is a psychologist who believes if Smith was suffering from a mental health crisis that included hallucinations, the people closest to him would likely know.
Late teens, early to mid-20s is usually when we start seeing the onset of psychosis, schizophrenia, bipolar, these type of disorders that can cause these hallucinations and delusions and paranoia. And family members and friends are aware of it.
Back here live, Smith, the accused shooter, now being held on $1 million bond. When he goes to court next, it is expected that a psychiatric evaluation will be ordered. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Thanks for that update, Sean. We appreciate it.
All right, let's turn to the weather. We take a look at live pictures now from the Peach Festival in Romeo. We're going to head there in just a couple of minutes. But before that, we need to get to this Labor Day weekend forecast because it feels like a million things going on these next couple of days.
There really are. Let's get over to Brian Sherman. We've been talking about it all week. Definitely going to be hotter too, right, Brian?
Yeah, we kind of felt it today, Kimberly and Devin. A little more humid as we head into the afternoon. We'll continue that trend as we head into at least the first part of the weekend. Tower Cam and Mount Clemens, plenty of sunshine, although a little cloud cover sticking around as well. Most everyone making it into the low to mid 80s this afternoon. 85 right now, City Airport, 84 at Metro Airport, 83 in Pontiac, 86 in Flint, 82 right now on Howe, and 84 as you work over in Ann Arbor. Most of the state today has had some of that mid to high level cloud cover sticking around. No rain showers to go with it, and we'll stay dry as we head into the rest of the evening tonight. If you are heading to the Romeo Peach Festival, 80s by 6 o'clock this evening, dropping into the 70s by the time we get to 10 o'clock and even midnight tonight. The weekend, for the most part, looks good, but we do have a few rain chances on the way by the time we get to the end of the weekend. I'll break down when you may need that umbrella and some more dry weather heading our way. Your complete full forewarned forecast, that's coming up in just a few minutes. Devin and Kimberly.
All right, Brian. Right now, DTE says 42,000 customers are still without power after Monday's storms. Utility expecting to restore power for 95% of the impacted customers by the end of today. That storm brought down more than 3,300 power lines across southeast Michigan. It's been a long slog for a lot of folks without power for these days.
A teenager has been arrested after police say he brought a handgun to the Avondale High School football game in Auburn Hills.
They say 3 young men were walking into the game and quickly turned around when they saw a police officer. The teens then went behind a building, and that is where officers later found a loaded 9mm pistol. A 17-year-old who is not a student of the school was taken into custody. Charges pending. They were trapped with no way to get out until Detroit firefighters arrived.
Yeah, this fire broke out at a home on 7 Mile in the Palmer Woods neighborhood. Pamela Osborne shows us what happened and how firefighters got there right in time.
It may not look like it from the outside, but the damage to this home is pretty extensive. The man and woman who live there are okay physically after being pulled to safety.
Smoke coming out everywhere. Flames was on the first and second floor.
That's what firefighters were up against this morning. It was a few minutes after 4 when they were called to help 2 people trapped in their 7 Mile home, which is located in the Palmer Woods Historic District. Firefighters rescued them from the 2nd floor. The fire is believed to have started in the kitchen. The firefight was exhausting. The sheer size of the home meant that additional firefighters had to be brought in to help put it out.
Some structural damage that it won't make it safe for them to stay in the house.
Unfortunately, at least one of the family's dogs did not survive the fire. The family was able to get back inside to get some items to go, but it'll be a while before they're able to move back in because those repairs do have to take place. Reporting in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, Pam. The Justice Department has released a more detailed inventory of the items seized from former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Court filing shows that investigators found more than 40 folders that had classified banners on them, but they were empty. The FBI says classified information was kept in boxes and containers among newspapers, magazines, and even clothing. More than 10,000 government documents and photographs were without classification markings, but 33 boxes in all were taken from Mar-a-Lago last month.
All right, well, we've made it to Labor Day weekend, and in Romeo, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for the Peach Festival.
You just heard the weather is going to be warm, and that's not going to keep people away, though, from one of Macomb County's best events.
Tati Amari is there live for us right now. This is a really, really fun weekend, Tati.
It is, and I mean, what would the unofficial end of summer Labor Day weekend be without tons of festivals to check out here in the Metro Detroit area? Like you said, Devin and Kimberly, I am at the Romeo Peach Fest, and I'm specifically in the Peach Fest Gourmet Food Pavilion. So you can see that people are already sitting down, enjoying something to drink, and there are tons of food. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek here, and this is just, I mean, a sneak peek, a small little taste of all of the amazing food that you guys will be able to have here when you come on down to Romeo this weekend. The festival opened up at 4, but it's going on until Monday. And right about now, the weather is picture perfect. We've got food trucks over on the side, but I will give you guys all the details in just a little bit.
Wait, okay, Tati, thank you. And another Labor Day tradition has started already in Royal Oak.
That would be Arts, Beats, and Eats, the 25th anniversary of that festival. Organizers going all out to celebrate. There'll be more than 50 restaurants and food trucks, 200 musical acts, an awful lot of fine art. That festival runs through Monday.